defense. And Warner moves it ahead. Back for the puck is Havanoff. He's teamed with Finley, and Finley takes possession. The Blues have Young up on the near wing. He gets pressured. The puck gets by him. Ferraro at center. Drake is on the wing. Curtis Brown flips the puck in. Brown centering Taylor Pyatt. And Vaclav Varata at center ice. Drake shooting the puck in. Norrinen behind the net. Blues look for the puck as it comes up the boards. And it's played to center ice. And the puck carried in. Here's a shot by Barada. And that's turned away by Brent Johnson. Now moving in Campbell. He's a young defenseman, 22 years of age. Brian Campbell, Drake the veteran. A pass to Scott Young. His feed over to Ferraro, and he'll dump it in, and the teams are changing. There's no score in the first period at Savvis Center. The period 1 minute old. Melleby keeps the puck in. A slap shot. Ooh, just wide of the far post. Pronger at the point. He's on defense with Van Ryn. Puck along the boards for Tkachuk. On with Melleby and Dimitra. Here's Dimitra trying to beat Melleby off a skate in the corner. The puck cycled and played up the board. Unable to get it out, however. Groton couldn't get it out. Here's Keith Tkachuk. Good to see him back on his birthday, his 30th birthday today. Sabres take over. The referee falls down. The crowd reacts. And the puck back for Alexei Zhitnik. Zhitnik up the boards. And the puck finally cleared out by Chris Groton. Shot back in, or at least attempted to be shot back in by Van Ryn, and Rasmussen plays it back in. Brian Campbell gets the puck ahead, and the puck ends up behind the Blues net. Both clubs are changing, and this is Chris Pronger, the Blues captain. His pass up the middle, tipped ahead by Podine, cleared out. Cutting in on the left wing, and taking a shot. Dumont turned away. The rebound hits the side of the net. Conley on with Dumont, and Finneganov, and the Blues clear the puck out. On the boards, the pass fails to get through. Then the Blues bring the puck back in, and it's offside. Casino Queen presents our Blues lines.
Couple of changes tonight. Of course, Keith Tkachuk back in the lineup. So the second line now is Ferraro, Drake, and Young. Bodine's on the left side with Eastwood and Mares and Corey Stillman. Now on the fourth line is center with Nash and Lowe defense. You see that Havanoff is back in tonight after being scratched on Tuesday night. Bergevin is out of the lineup. All of the defense stays the same otherwise.
Chris Groton on the faceoff with Corey Stillman. Lowe is out there along with Nash. So Stillman playing center with Nash and Lowe. To center ice, shooting the puck in is Kalinin. Finley is hit along the boards. Tkachuk doing that. And he centers, tipped away. Nash can't get the puck, and the veteran James Patrick keeps it in. Here's Corey Stillman up too far for Lowe, kept in at the point by Kalinin. Played up the boards by Finley, and here's Stillman on the fly over the red line. Long shot blocked, and Nash after the puck, and it's poked away by Dmitry Kalinin. And the puck cleared out by Buffalo. They quickly begin a change. There's no score first period. 3 minutes have gone by. Finley shooting the puck in, and the Blues now changing. The Sabres, Pyatt playing the puck back to McKee on the defense. Back up in the left wing for the 20-year-old Taylor Pyatt, the ex-New York Islander. He's stopped. Here's Jay McKee. Play broken up, but the puck comes in over the line. Offside, and we're going to get a penalty also here at 3:15 for slashing. Your Quality Ford dealers with the keys to the game. Here's Keith Tkachuk.
Well, we have to take it to in the first couple shifts and get the body going and try to get the crowd into it and play emotional but smart and you know, just find a way to get to the net and throw it on Duran or whoever's playing the net tonight and just get results. And we can't sit back and wait for them. We have to worry about us.
I totally agree. They have to worry about themselves, not about what the Buffalo Sabres are going to do, but all of a sudden they're going to have to worry about killing a penalty as Scott Young goes off for slashing, and the Sabres get the first opportunity on the power play.
And they have Groton out with Rasmussen and Shatan up front. Woolley is on defense. There's their power play, 27th in the league at 14%. The Blues penalty killing 14th in the league at 85%. Chris Groton in the corner, looks for Rasmussen in front. The puck right there. He can't get a shot. Eastwood gets the puck, and he'll clear it down the ice. Eastwood and Podine are quickly replaced. Finley on defense with Pronger. Up front now, Jamal Mayers along with Dallas Drake. No score. Shatan shoots the puck in. He's a Slovakian in his 7th season. Johnson cracks the puck off the glass. Drake gets away. 2-on-1. Woolley back. Mayers over the line on the near wing. Drake in. He shoots. Misses the mark. Mayers after the puck. Trying to play it back to center ice to Pronger and is unable to. Shatan to Woolley up from the defense. Eric Rasmussen trying to get the puck. Can't. Pronger gets in his way. Drake flips the puck in the corner. Here's Jamal Mayers. Chris Gratton is there. And the puck batted away by Finley. 1 minute to go and the Scott Young penalty. Both teams are changing. The Blues have not had a shot on goal. The Sabres have had a couple here. And the first period is 4 minutes 25 seconds old. Blasting the puck in, Brian Campbell. Johnson settles it down, beats it against the glass, and the Blues clear the puck the length of the ice. Zhitnik goes back. The 29-year-old from the Ukraine. He leaves the puck. And it is Finneganov, the 22-year-old Russian, getting the puck in. Johnson stops it, plays it off the glass. They'll wear a hole in the glass over there, and the puck goes back to center ice. The Blues make a quick change up front. Finneganov, a shot right on. Johnson the save, and he'll clear the puck down the ice. And only 13 seconds to go on this Buffalo power play, and certainly no sustained pressure. Patrick gives the puck to Campbell. Their last rush. Young will be back in 4 seconds. Campbell just shoots the puck in. Johnson again. Will he go off the glass? Yes, he does. Young back on. So Buffalo fails in the game's first power play. McKee too far for Brown. Here's McInnes over to Salvador. They get Finley, and Finley gets the puck ahead to Tkachuk. Now to Mellanby. Drop pass. Quick shot. Dimitra, and it's blocked. Dimitra now to Havanoff. He shoots and hits Jay McKee. Hyatt has the puck batted away. Falling down, trying to get up Brown. Mellanby gets the puck to Dimitra to Brown. Well covered, and there'll be a penalty against Curtis Brown. And the Blues now will have a power play of their own.
The Blues' big line has got to be the production line every night now these last 10 games. And they've had 2 great shifts, the line of Dimitra, Mellanby, and Tkachuk. But this all started because one of the Sabres fell down along the boards. But you see there, no question, the call there as Mellanby gets pulled down. But you've got 2 guys going to the net now. Both Tkachuk and Mellanby will go hard to the net. There's Mellanby getting pulled down. But the Sabres should have had this puck clear on the boards. But it was one of these Sabres tried to turn, fell down. The Blues were able to keep it in, and now they get an opportunity on the power play.
That is Curtis Brown in the box. The Blues with an exceptional power play at home. 11th overall, 17%. Penalty killing, Buffalo 7th in the league at 86%. So their penalty killing statistically pretty good. Remember, when you look at the Blues power play at 17%. At home, it's much better, 22%. They're second best in the league on the power play at home. But again, their power play lately for quite a spell has really sputtered. Dimitra trying to feed Tkachuk. Can't get the puck through. Dimitra, Tkachuk, and along the far boards, Mellanby. Now Pronger. Tkachuk looking for room. Can't get a shot. Dimitra, a shot. Big save, Mika Norinen. And the puck cleared out and down the ice by Barada. There's no score in the first period. Shots are 3-1 Buffalo. Here's McInnes. He and Pronger on the points. Now Young, Ferraro, and Stillman up front. The puck in deep. Played up the board by Norinen and down the ice by the Sabres.
We talked about Eastern Conference statistics before the game, Kenny, but another one of the things that is a good statistic, the Blues won the last game. There's only meeting this year, January 23rd in Buffalo, 5-2. The Blues had 2 power play goals that night, too, so they have to feel confident about that.
Here's Pronger, now McInnes. The big shot, Norrin, the save, and he's able to smother the rebound.
Good opportunities for the Blues on the power play. They're moving the puck very well. McInnes with a shot from the point, which Norrin had some trouble with. But here's McInnes walking in, top of the circle. Hard shot. You see it got away from Norrin. He found it and was able to pull it in. Here's the Blues power play. Second in the NHL, as Kenny mentioned, 22.4%, 34 goals. They have 51 goals altogether on the power play. But you see their record when they scored a power play goal, 18 games over 500. That's how important special teams are in this league.
You've got to have it. If you get great goaltending, Bernie, and if you have a terrific power play and exceptional penalty killing, it's over. Because then you're going to be dominant at home. You're going to be probably above 500 on the road. It's a nice formula. It's not all that complicated a game, and there aren't that many numbers to analyze. Here's Dimitra, and his pass intercepted and the puck cleared down the ice.
What you're saying, this is not rocket science.
No.
That's what I thought.
This is a real basic game.
It is.
That's one of the beauties of it.
And with 2 referees, Kenny, it's more and more power plays, and it's so important to have strong special teams because you're going to either kill a penalty or you're going to be on the power play.
And of course, for years we've said 1 referee or 2 when you get to the playoffs, the special teams really loom large.
Yep.
And of course, goaltending seems to loom larger in the playoffs. Here's Malamute. The pass surprises Tkachuk. Brown back on. Davidoff shot knocked down in the slot. And the Sabres get the puck out. Brown has it come right to him. He's got Barada and Shatan with him right to the net. And Johnson alertly smothers the puck. We're in the first period at Savvis Center. The Sabres and Blues are scoreless. WB 11 at 7 from Nashville Saturday night. Phoenix 7:30, Fox Sports Net Monday. And next Wednesday the Blues will be in Dallas and then back home Friday the 5th against Chicago. That's another game on KPLR TV. But Saturday night Nashville 7 o'clock on WB 11. Pronger a shot, big save Norinen. Now Bodine hit along the boards out there with Eastwood and Mayers. Here's Eastwood. He has been extremely effective lately. Puck gets away from Bodine. McInnes wheels. The puck goes high as he's able to keep it in. Woolley up the boards to a Physicality, and Mayers takes over. Pronger tips the puck back to McInnes. Now we've got a little altercation of Physicality and Bodine in front of the Buffalo bench. Consequently, the Blues are offside. Let's go to Dan McLaughlin.
Well, Ken, it's easy to find fault with the St. Louis Blues. All the struggles, much chronicled throughout the season, and in particular down the stretch. But consider this. If you take a look at the Western Conference, there's something to consider. 3 through 10. Here it is broken down as we speak right now. The Blues very easily could wind up in that 4th spot. Only 5 points back of Chicago. Still a game in hand. The only person, or rather team, that is tied with the Blues as far as games remaining is Dallas. So the Blues still have a very good shot of either being out of the playoffs or 2, possibly having home ice advantage first round. It's a tight race. Guys, back to you.
Well, I'll tell you, it is something. And looking at those Western Conference standings, I mean, it's unbelievable what you're seeing. Here's Nash. He gets hit. Blues trying to keep the puck in, and Rasmussen will turn with it. You look at the Western Conference below Detroit. Colorado on down to Vancouver. 9 points separating 9 teams. That's hard to believe. We're going to get a penalty here for elbowing as play is stopped, and the Blues are extremely unhappy.
Blues have got to be careful in this situation. They have to come out and take control of this game, but they've got to be disciplined. And that's the one thing you always concern yourself about, is taking penalties at the wrong time. The Blues just had a good power play here. Here's the penalty. As you see, the right elbow into Rasmussen, but here's Nash, and this is what the Blues are not happy about, the push. Well, that's what Tyson Nash has got to be careful there, because sometimes he does get knocked down where he would get a penalty. There is a situation where you dive a couple of times, the referees are just going to turn their backs on you, and you're not going to get any calls, even when you get truly knocked down with some zip.
What's interesting is they don't seem to want to call diving unless there's a penalty along with it. And to me, I'd rather see a dive when it's a dive.
Yeah.
Like that.
And then they wouldn't do it.
Right. 9.5 minutes have gone by. 9.5 minutes. First period, no score. The Blues shorthanded. Buffalo 0 for 1 on the power play. They had 1 shot. This is Jason Woolley behind the net for Eric Rasmussen. Around near side, Shatan back to the point to Woolley. Miroslav Shatan into the corner, gets the puck back from Groton, lets it go to Woolley. Over across the way to Zhitnik. The shot blocked. Rasmussen, Finley, Pronger, Eastwood, and Bodine killing the penalty. Still 1:12 to go, and the Sabres man advantage. Shatan back to the point. The shot blocked. Here's another try by Groton. Woolley knocks it down. His shot blocked. Blues with a staunch defense at the moment. Chris Groton back to Zhitnik at the point. Along the boards. Played by Rasmussen to Woolley, far side, and breaking a stick in half with Shatan, and that brings disgust to any player when that happens. Zhitnik feeds Chris Gratton in the corner. Around for a Finneganov. Now 38 seconds to go in the Buffalo power play. Good puck control in the Blues zone. Here's Woolley, the pass, and unable to make the connection. Dumont. Here's Woolley again. He shoots and misses the mark, and off the glass the puck catapults into the crowd. 24 seconds left in the penalty to Reed Lowe.
Good work by the Buffalo Sabres, moving the puck around on the perimeter. Diagonal passes, but good work by the Blues defense and the defenders on the shorthanded situation, playing that box. Chris Pronger so good around the front of the net. We keep pointing it out, but you see how he controls it there, just getting his stick towards that errant pass there, just deflecting it enough so that Dumont couldn't get a good piece of it. So good work by Chris Pronger and the Blues penalty killers.
Now for Buffalo, Patrick and Campbell on the points. Patrick 16 years older than Campbell, and up front Shatan, or I should say Finneganov, Conley, and Dumont. That was interesting, wasn't it? What a close call. Yeah.
That almost went in.
Almost.
That's Al McInnes.
Let's look again.
Yeah, take a look at this, folks. This is from about 160 feet off the helmet, I think, or each the shoulder. But here's this. This is what you call strength here, folks. That was not coming down. That shot was still rising. The whole way that was rising. Wow.
Yeah, do we call that a quality scoring chance
Wow.
from 175 feet?
Norman has not seen Al McInnes shoot a puck, and he's going to get a real good look tonight.
So Buffalo with a man advantage for 10 seconds. James Patrick in his 18th season ahead, and the puck knocked away from Conley, and here's Campbell. Lowe about ready to come back on. He's on the ice. The Blues back at full strength. This is Campbell. He's stopped by Lowe. Finneganov hits Dumont, and the puck shot in by Conley. This is Salvador. He's on with McInnes, and the pass errant out at center ice. Campbell. He's got to slow up. His teammates get onside. He gets the puck in, and it deflects. Conley's shot right to Johnson, who holds on to stop play. Still no score. Blues score 5 goals in any game this season. Taco Bell will celebrate with 35-cent tacos the next day. Remember, when the Blues score 5, tacos are just 35 cents at participating Taco Bell restaurants. McKee behind the net for Pyatt. The puck skips by him, and here's Eastwood. He surprises Dimitra, and a shot right on. Johnson the save on that drive from Rhett Warner. Dimitra gets the puck out off McKee's skate, played by Curtis Brown. And here's Finley. He's out there with Havanoff. Mellenby is on with Dimitra and Tkachuk. A line that Bernie was talking about earlier. They've got to be productive. Now at center ice, Mellenby takes the puck. He has to dance to wait for Tkachuk to get onside. Havanoff's pass gets by everyone. The puck touched by Warner, and it is an icing call against the Blues. 7:51 left in the first period. It's the show everyone's been talking about, the best damn sports show period. Coming up tonight at 11 p.m. the best damn sports show period, only on Fox Sports Net. The Blues have dropped 2 in a row, 3 out of 4. The Sabres, ironically, have dropped 3 out of 4 also. Although the Sabres generally of late have picked up quite a few points to get themselves in a position where they still have a shot to get in the Eastern Conference Final 8 in the playoffs.
They're a desperate bunch as well. They're 3 points behind both Montreal and Washington. They had a tough loss the other night at home on Tuesday night. They were up by 2 goals, 2-0 in that game, and Washington fought back, took the lead. They tied it, and then with less than 2 minutes left, Washington scored to win it.
On the face-off, it's won by Buffalo with the puck to center ice. Lennon gets it up the boards, then it's stopped. Young can't control. The puck comes high in the air, and it drops. And here's Ferraro out on the wing, too far for Drake, just coming on. And it's Zitnik. Zitnik on defense with Kalinin. And the Blues McInnes with the puck on defense with Pronger. His pass is to Young. That was one of those passes to a spot. Here's Drake in front. And Ferraro has the puck tipped at the last minute by Kalinin and right out in front. Grabbing the puck, Norrinen for a stoppage in play. Good opportunities there for the Blues.
Good outlet pass for the Blues coming out of the zone. But you can see the nice pass all the way across. And then Young feeds it all the way to the far wing. Becomes a 2-on-1. Good back checking by the Sabres. But Ray Ferraro stayed with it and was able to get that puck back to Scott Young. And we talked about Scott Young last year being such a streaky scorer. In fact, before Young was hurt this year, just before the All-Star game, he had scored 3 goals in 3 games prior to that. Now he only has 2 in the last 18, so he did score late Tuesday night in that game against the Wild, so maybe Kenny can keep that streak going.
That would be good. Mellanby a shot, a little looper, and it's grabbed by Mika Norrinen, the 22-year-old Finnish goalie, and we'll have another face-off.
I think a lot of people are surprised that Norrinen playing goal tonight, especially with Marty Biron being the #1 goaltender. This guy was just called up. For the last couple of years, everybody's been saying this may be the best prospect in the entire American Hockey League. He's a big kid, very good goaltender. He was American Hockey League Rookie of the Year a couple of years ago, playing for Rochester. He was only a game below 500 at Rochester this year, so his numbers are not that great, but you see his numbers this month and his record overall: 4 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. Came up and got a big win in Ottawa, 3-2 in overtime last week. So he's going to have, I think, a great future at 22 years old with the Buffalo Sabres.
Still pretty young, no question. Here is Salvador to McInnes. Young's on right wing, Ferraro at center, Drake on the left wing.
Good.
Young shoots the puck in at the flex. Drake gets it, shoots it around behind the net. Jay McKee there. He gets rattled by Young. McInnes pinches in, loses the puck to Taylor Pyatt. And the battle on the boards. Young there has the puck get away, and it's cleared down the ice by Curtis Brown. It'll go the length of the ice. Salvador to touch it. Icing is the call. Well, Lindy Ruff, the coach of the Sabres, former player, knows as well as anyone how tight that race is in that Eastern Conference.
Yes, he does. And there's his Sabres. They are 3 points out, as we told you. This is a game in hand on the Washington Capitals. Montreal also playing at home today. Montreal is winning their game 1-0, but you see the Sabres 3 points behind Montreal, and that's really the only team that can catch. Jersey is kind of out of the woods right now with 81 points, as is the Islanders. So the only way that Buffalo can get there, they're going to have to leapfrog 2 teams, both Washington and Montreal.
Now the puck loose, comes up and hits Eric Rasmussen in the chest. A 3-on-2 with Grattan and Shatan. Shatan a shot blocked by Pronger. And Pronger can't get his pass through. Johnson wheels the puck up to Dimitra. His pass to Mellanby. Mellanby ahead for Tkachuk. Puck deflects to the side of the net. And Norrinen pounces on it. We're down to 6 minutes, 7 seconds to go here in the first period.
Nice play by Chris Pronger again on the 3-on-2 the Sabres had. You see him back in, making the good play, moving and blocking the shot by Shatan. Shatan, we talked about him before the game, very talented sniper, and Pronger had to move across quickly, and the Blues can't give up those odd man rushes. Good play by Grattan to get it across to Shatan. As we look at Chris Pronger's numbers this month, and the Blues defense has not been offensive at all by any means this month.
Puck cleared down the ice by Brown. We'll have another ice eat as Finley touches the puck. There's no score. The Sabres out shooting the Blues 6-5 here in the first period.
Blues only 49. They had 50 scored against, so Buffalo clearly a much better first period team, and the Blues are a very good second period team. The Sabres and the Blues pretty even in the third, but the Blues, very important that they stop the Sabres in this first period, as this is the Sabres, one of their best periods on the year for them.
A battle along the boards, and the puck controlled by Ferraro, and then he's stopped. Brown up for Barada, off his stick. Drake goes back to get the puck dangerously, having to contend with Taylor Pyatt. Here's Buffalo back to the blue line. The shot, And that one goes wide. Zitnik letting it rip. Now looking to center. They do lose puck. Hyatt shot knocked away after the centering effort by Barada. Here's Brown. Brown with Barada. Now Brown gets the puck to the young defenseman Campbell, and it skips away. Hyatt tips the puck in. It comes back out. Both teams are changing. Brown doesn't wait long enough for Barada to exit the zone, so it's offside. Sabres. Stanley Cup playoff packs are now on sale. One price gets you the same seat for all possible home games in the first 2 rounds. The Blues will invoice you later for the 3rd and 4th rounds. You'll save on gate prices and assure yourself the best seats. For more information, go to stlouisblues.com or first thing tomorrow morning, call 314-622-BLUES. 4:55 left in a scoreless first period. The shots remain 6-5. Buffalo as Johnson grabs the puck and leaves it for Pronger. He's out there with McInnes, Dimitra, Tkachuk, and Mellanby. This looks almost like a power play group. Puck deflects down the ice. Back to get it to Lennon. He has a little trouble. Here's Dimitra. Can't center to Tkachuk. Dimitra has the puck, loses it, and cleared ahead to Rasmussen. Chatan on his right, Grattan on his left, and the puck knocked away into the corner. Chris Grattan can't center. Then Kalinin, a shot goes wide, and Dimitra will get the puck. His pass intended for Tkachuk, who had an open lane, doesn't get there, and then the puck goes into the photographer's well across the way between the 2 benches.
I think this is rather interesting. I kind of like this, the fact having Pronger and McInnes out with the big line. We wish Keith Tkachuk a happy birthday, 30 years old today, but you add a little offensive spark when you put both Pronger and McInnes. As you said, it's like a power play, but that's not a bad idea when you're trying to get that first goal here at home.
So now Finley plays with Van Ryn as they mix up the defensive pairings. Eastwood is out there on the faceoff against Conley. Well, here's a kid, 20 years of age, number 18, Tim Conley. 20 years of age, already in his 3rd season. This is his 237th game in the league at age 20. Van Ryn comes out of his end, a pass ahead, and Mears swats the puck in. Bodine fans. Eastwood to Sean Bodine, a shot and a save, and the rebound comes out in front and out to center ice. Van Ryn there rips the puck right back in. The Blues begin a line change. Jay McKee takes a bump from Mears. His pass intercepted. Behind the back comes the pass to Conley. Up for J.P. Dumont, and it's offside at the St. Louis line with 3 minutes 35 seconds remaining in this scoreless first period.
Good hustle by Jamal Mears on the play. Big hit on McKee. Tyson Nash trying to get involved in the play, and that's something the Blues talked about, that they have to be aggressive, make things happen. Here's McKee going back. A good hit by Jamal Mears. Good forechecking. Unfortunately, the pass came through the wrong guy, and the Sabres were able to break out. But very important that these guys like Mears, like Nash, create opportunities by forechecking. Bang. And I think the good example was watching the Drake, Bodine, and Eastwood line. They've been creating turnovers because they're getting the puck in, they're dumping it in, they're getting on top of the defense, and they're creating turnovers and then cycling that puck down low and getting chances because of it.
Salvador unable to clear the puck in with that big group, and Stillman shoots it in. Buffalo, interestingly tonight, as McInnes lets a shot go. The deflection by Stillman, and another good save by Norrinen. The Sabres dressing 7 defensemen and 11 forwards. Usually you see 6 defensemen and 12 forwards.
One of the shots I guess you don't want to block is Al McInnes says there's Rob Ray jumping out of the way. In our day, if you jump out of the way when someone's going to shoot it, you're going to sit on the bench for a while. Rob Ray jumped out of there. I guess he didn't want to get hit by one of Al McInnes' shots.
And Ray lets the puck go down the ice. Here's Salvador. Just made another point that reminds me how the game has changed. It changes like everything else does. Campbell steers the puck to the corner. Nash is there to Stillman. Here's Corey Stillman. Out to the point. Salvador, a wrist shot, and Norrinen directs it to the corner. Then Koltelik can't get the puck out. McInnes pinches in. His shot goes wide. Stillman down to one knee to play the puck to low, and it skips by him. And the puck played by Finneganov to center ice. McInnes back with Salvador on the defense pairing. Stillman directs the puck to the Buffalo defense, and Zhitnik leaves it along the boards, and it's played into the Blues zone. Johnson has to stop it. Both teams are busy changing. Pronger slides the puck up to Ferraro, now to Young. Cutting in the far wing is Drake. Behind the net, Mika Norinen up the glass, off the arm of Young. Then Drake to Scott Young. Back for Drake, and behind the net for Ferraro. In front for Young, tipped away by Woolley. And here's the rookie Mike Van Ryn getting the puck to Pronger, and back to Van Ryn. First period, no score. Now down to 2 minutes remaining. The puck cleared out by Warner. Out at center ice, Barada can't get through. He's on the line with Brown and Hyatt. And here's veteran Ray Ferraro over to Pronger. And the pass shot deflects, and Young, a shot from the right wing, turned away. McKee doing a little pinning there, out to Young again, and a shot stop. Here's Dallas Drake behind the net. Ferraro gets pushed by McKee. The puck centered. Young, oh, and somehow he can't beat Norinen. Finley battles in the far corner with Barada. Finley with the puck. The Blues are changing now. Finley still with the puck. Then James Patrick gets in the way. Look out. Patrick gets hit by Tkachuk. The puck played by Finley, back for Tkachuk. He gets sandwiched, and the Sabres take over. Big J. McKee, the 24-year-old defenseman, to the center circle, and he shoots the puck in. Less than a minute to go in the first period. No score. The shots were 6-5 Buffalo not long ago. Now they're 11-6 Blues. Sabres pass tipped away. Havanoff gets the puck from Pronger. Pronger just clears the puck out. Here's Zhitnik back on defense with Kalinin, and this is Rasmussen charging over the line. He puts on the brakes. Gets bumped a bit by Pronger. And Pronger can't clear. Kalinin keeps it in. Pronger goes down. Tkachuk gets the puck. Right wing for Dimitra. Here's Dimitra to Pronger. He'd like to get the puck back to Dimitra. Sends it behind the net. Norinen up the boards. Tkachuk can't control, and here's McInnes. 12 seconds to go in the first period. Conley for Buffalo. Shovels the puck in. Down to 5 seconds remaining. 1 second. And that's going to do it. That's the end of the period. The Blues with 11 shots on goal, and the Sabres with 6. Blues hockey.
Right now they got to continue into this second period.
Here is Warner. He is on defense with McKee. Buffalo gets the puck in barely. And here's Tkachuk. He can't get it out. And Rasmussen shot blocked by Van Ryn. Van Ryn getting the puck ahead. He gets it right back to him. On defense with Pronger. Too far from Mellanby. Drake's out there with Mellanby and Dimitra at the moment. And that play is offside. Buffalo.
There's the record we're talking about when you score first. The Blues 24 wins, 5 losses, 2 ties, and 2 overtime losses. So that's how important it is to score that first goal in a game. And the guys know it. The people in this building know it too. And that's why they are trying to spur this team on to score that first goal. And if you're looking for a line to get it, it's got to be the Mellanby, Tkachuk, and Dimitra line that should go out there and get some more good chances.
Eastwood flanked by Podine and Mayers with Pronger and McInnes. Now, kind of interesting that they'd be together here with this line as opposed to the Dimitra line. Pronger up to the red line. Experimentation on the fly. Podine running into Kalinin. Here's McInnes pinching in. The puck comes to Pronger. He shoots, and the deflection by Mayers over the net. McInnes feeds around behind the net. Pronger almost pinches in. Mayers can't corral the puck, and here's Maxim Finneganov up the boards and out of the reach of Dumont. Pronger accepts the puck from McInnes. The Blues are changing, and Pronger gets the puck in deep. Kalinin gets hit in the corner. Drake gets the puck. He gets shoved from behind and squeezed to the boards by Zhitnik. Ferraro advances the puck to Jamal Mayers. Ferraro Ferraro out with Mayers and Drake, who has the puck. Hit in the corner by Zhitman. Then Ferraro gets the puck. He's got Conley shadowing him. Ferraro cycles the puck. Tim Conley intercepts and clears it out. And Pronger will go back for it. A wholesale change for Lindy Ruff's Sabres. No score early in the second period. Havanoff ahead to Drake. He's knocked down. Ferraro gets the puck in, and Campbell gets it out. Played at center ice by Barada. Over on the wing, and the puck shoveled in by Brown. Brent Johnson wheels it off the glass. James Patrick knocks it down, and the puck cleared out by Drake, who's very late in a shift. Here's Brian Campbell. Off the boards to Brown. His pass deflects high in the air, and he gloves the puck down. Curtis Brown into the middle. Puck poked away. Here come the Blues. Buffalo changing. Here's Stillman. He shoots. He scores! Oh, baby! On a fine feed from Reed Lowe, it's Corey Stillman who scores that all-important first goal.
The Sabres had a 4-on-2, and they made a bad play inside the line. The Blues turned it over and came back with a great chance. But here's the play. The Sabres, this was a 4-on-2. The Blues caught in a change, and a nice play from Reed Lowe up to Stillman, who beat Norman on the short side. A good look from this angle. Stillman looked up, found that opening on the short side, and blew it right past Norman. The Blues with a huge first goal. They lead 1-0.
So Corey Stillman gets the goal, and Stillman now with his 19th goal. And the puck grabbed and held by Brent Johnson. 2:18 the time. Lowe and Havanoff get the assist. So it was Havanoff who made the very nice poke check to stop Buffalo's rush.
There was a defenseman coming late on the play. As you get a look here, you'll see here's the defenseman coming late, and all of a sudden he poke checked, and look at this, there's Stillman. He's got a breakaway, or has semi-breakaway, and he's shot. That's a great shot to beat Norton on the short side, because there wasn't much room from where the look was there, but he found a way to put it just inside the left goalpost.
Buffalo was also in the midst of a change, and they had all the items out of line there. Puck shot in. McKee is back. Dimitra goes down. McKee with a puck. Dimitra down again. And now here's Chris Gratton, the former Lightning and Flyer. Rasmussen can't get around McInnes. The puck comes back to the point. McKee. And now to Warner. Behind the net, out of the reach of Shatan. Rasmussen there. Gratton, Shatan, and Rasmussen. Keith Tkachuk getting hooked every inch of the way. Still works in. Finally goes down, and the referee's going to call a penalty. Tkachuk says, did I earn that? I went 148 feet getting hooked, and finally I decided to fall down. I was tired, and you call the penalty.
This is the whole problem, is that you say, well, if you don't go down, they're not going to call it. Look at how many times he got hooked. Is that not obstruction? And there he's not even skating with him. Rasmussen, and then now he falls down, and that is the wrong time to call it there. If a guy keeps his feet moving, it's no hooking. But clearly you could see that there's no way that he was gliding, and he was just hanging on, and then all of a sudden he falls down, and then he call it there. So that wasn't even a hook there at the end. It was a trick. Wow. Well, at least there's a call. If
Tkachuk would have fallen down in the neutral zone, it would have been a hook so fast your head would have spun around, but not the case. Rasmussen 3-10, 2 for hooking. Blues 0 for 1 on the power play. Boy, would a goal be big here. They lead 1-0. Stillman to Young. Havanoff has moved in from the left point. The pass from McInnes intercepted. Brown, a shot off McInnes and off the glass. And the Sabres, Verado loses the puck. Ferraro steals it. Ferraro to McInnes to Havanoff. Up front with Ferraro, who moves in. You've got Young and Stillman. Around behind the net, Havanoff pinches in. He and Verado there right into your living room, and Ferraro hammering away. Back for Stillman. Here's the shot, looking for the deflection by Ferraro. And Ferraro can't turn it on net. Patrick And the puck tipped and cleared out by Brown into the bench of the Blues. 1:06 still to go in this Blues power play. They lead 1-0.
And see, Ferraro's not happy. Stillman with a great play here. Watch Stillman come across the boards. You're going to see, here's Ray Ferraro to the side of the net. There he goes. And this is a shot right to Ferraro, and he missed the deflection in the open side of the net. So great play by Stillman. Maybe the puck maybe scooted a little bit, but you can see Ferraro not happy at all as that puck maybe skipped and just missed going the middle of the blade of the stick, and maybe bounced, hit the top, and then went up over into the corner.
Nothing. The Blues lead it. They're out shooting the Sabres 12-7. A 3-game road trip faces the Blues after this one. Rhett Warner, the former Panther, shoots the puck the length of the ice, turned away by Johnson. Pronger back with Van Ryn. Dimitra up front with Tkachuk and Mellanby, and here's Pavel Dimitra. The puck knocked away, stolen by Chapin. Trying to work in, Van Ryn won't let him, and here's Pronger, so the Blues will start up ice again. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Up to Tkachuk, back for Dimitra, and back further for Pronger. Now to Van Ryn. He's got some real estate in front of him. He'll shoot the puck in. Dimitra after it along with Conley and McKee, and it comes to Tkachuk. And batted away by Warner. Here's Van Ryn keeping it in. A shot, and Tkachuk deflects it right on. Good save by Norrinen, and the Sabres clear the puck away. Eric Rasmussen returns in 10 seconds. Just past the 5-minute mark in the second period. And Ryan ahead for Tkachuk. Dimitra moves in. His shot is blocked. He gets the puck, centers it, batted away. Now Rasmussen on. Having off a shot, and Norrinen the save. Sabres back at full strength. Dimitra to Meyers. He's spun around. And Vaclav Barada from the Czech Republic with the puck. Gets it ahead. And it's Curtis Brown weaving, and he puts 2, maybe 3 players offside. If you're going to weave, do it with a basket or do it somewhere than the opposition blue line.
Blues did not capitalize on the power play, but a good couple of chances. The shot from Van Ryn just deflected in front by Keith Tkachuk. Good save by Norrinen, so they are getting some good chances. Here it is, a good look as the deflection trying to go in between the legs of Norrinen. But able to get that blade down on the paddle of his stick and make the nice save. Chuck's numbers, 22 of those 31 goals have been here in this building, so he's played very well at home.
Where the Blues have won 22, lost 11, tied 1, and lost 1 in overtime. They've sputtered quite a bit recently at home. Eastwood after the puck. Kalinin knocks it away at the last minute. Then Brown up the boards to Barada. Behind Hyatt, and Zitnik trying to move in. Havanoff gets in his way, and the puck batted down, and here's Curtis Brown. He gets the puck ahead. Havanoff tips it to Finley. He'll backhand it out to center ice. Dmitry Kalinin into the middle. Conley can't control. Meyers gets upended. And here's Kalinin, the 21-year-old from Russia. The puck centered. Podine can't get a shot. The puck gets away from Meyers. So Norrinen just falls on it. We're in the second period. The Blues are up 1-0.
The season has given the Blues a 1-0 lead here at Savvis. Blues trying to move up in the standings right now in a tie with the Edmonton Oilers for that last playoff spot.
This is McInnes. Over to Salvador. The shot grazes off the post. The very outside of it. Now Sean Podine with Eastwood and Nash in front. Eastwood shot, and Nash scores! So the whole line touches the puck, and the Blues with a big 2-0 lead.
The fourth line with a goal, now the third line with a goal. And when you get scoring from your third and fourth lines, you're going to win the games, and this is a huge goal for the Blues. And for Tyson Nash, But great work out of the corner by the Blues. Third line, Bodine getting stopped, shoveling it forward. Eastwood with the one shot, and then Tyson Nash with the rebound as he notches it in. But there's Tyson Nash. You see how he turns? Gets it on his backhand and just shovels it into the open side of the net. The Blues lead 2-0.
6:29 the time. Nash's fifth from Eastwood and Podine. So a 2-0 lead. Shatan tips the puck in, and I think anybody now goes a 2-0 lead. And a team that has had a terrible time holding leads all season. Shatan in front. Grattan well covered. McKee keeps the puck in. And Dimitra, an outlet pass. Tkachuk's onside. He's got Mellenby to the net. He goes to the net to save. And the puck trickles away, but the referee has blown the whistle. Even though it appeared that Mika Noranen, the Buffalo goaltender, really never had full possession. So play stopped.
Never had full possession at all as Tkachuk took the shot and then just kept going towards the net, trying to get his own rebound, but it came right out there as he whacked it and rolled out the side as Melby was coming in for the rebound, but the whistle had already gone. But a dangerous play by the Sabre defense to try to pinch across and intercept that pass, but he missed it. That's what gave Tkachuk the opportunity, and the puck's just sliding by the open side. Here's a good look from the overhead here too, as you see the puck just roll along the edge of the goal line and out the other side.
Stillman and Nash have scored here early in the second. The Blues lead it 2-0. Sabres unable to exit their zone. Now the puck whacked out by Brown, and here's Finley to Ferraro. He'll send it high in the air. Back to play the puck. Warner chased by Drake. And Ferraro intercepts. Can't get the puck to Young. Brown on the outlet to Verada. And back for big Jay McKee. Ahead for Pyatt. Knocked away. Back the other way, Young. Up to Ferraro, and he'll shoot the puck in. Noranen can't stop it. Chopped at by Brown, and here's Ferraro against McKee. Young in the corner. He loses the puck, and Vaclav Verada breaks out of his own zone. Right wing too far. Knocked away by McInnes. And Bryce Salvador comes out of his own zone. Chopped at by Curtis Brown. Eric Rasmussen ends up with the puck. Poked away by Drake. And here is Alexei Zhitnik, the 29-year-old from the Ukraine, over to Rasmussen. His pass in the middle to Shatan. The one-time Edmonton Oilers shot goes wide. Then Kalinin. And McInnes knocks the puck down as he's chopped down by Rasmussen. Here's Tkachuk. They stand him up. He was played pretty well there by Zhitnik. Zhitnik didn't give him any room. We're in the second period. 3-on-2 here for Buffalo. Rasmussen leaves the puck, puts himself offside. Blues lead it 2-0. Keith Tkachuk back in action tonight. We asked him before the game if he and the players are feeling the frustration the fans feel.
Well, we still feel confident. Obviously, whatever we've gotten, we deserved. And the paper, the media, the fans, we feel confident inside the dressing room that we can still do it. We have something, for the next 10 games to do something about it. And starting tonight, it's a playoff game, and we expect this to be a Game 7 matchup, and we've got to find a way to get 2 points.
Right now, they are finding a way with the third and fourth line scoring, and this line is playing very well. Tkachuk and Dimitra and Mellenby are going hard to the net. They're getting some chances.
Quite a few games tonight involving Western Conference teams that have extreme meaning as Buffalo gets the puck in. And that's going to be the rule rather than the exception. Johnson knocks the puck away. Eastwood takes it and brings it to center ice up to Bodine. He'll shoot it in. Nash, Bodine, and Eastwood. And we're going to get a penalty. Now Bodine was doing some holding. Then Nash will get into it, and it all starts here in the corner, and everybody's there. Bodine was involved in the play with a penalty. He was getting hooked, but he was doing some holding. So it'll be interesting to say which way the initial penalty will go. And then, of course, Nash, and the excitement begins in the corner. There's Tyson, which has that look only a mother could love. Is he not a character or what? Look at that. Is that not a look? Hi, Mom. I'm in the National Hockey League.
Well, here it is. Tyson Nash coming in. This, after the whistle had gone, you see there the hit. And that's why everything was taking exception. But here's the penalty call. You see Patrick. You see Bodine grab a hold of the stick of Patrick and go down. Now, you're right. Who deserves the penalty there, Kenny? And Patrick's in the box. So the original call, I guess, is against him.
Well, Patrick shouldn't have gotten a call there. It was more of a hold of the stick than it was a hook, and the better call probably would have been nothing.
Nothing, you're right. You're right.
But Patrick goes off for the initial call, and you see Nash in the box. And McInnes pleading, so apparently it's going to be a couple of minors here. I don't exactly know what Nash is going to get.
Well, they got only 2 minutes up on the board right now, unless they haven't put up the penalty for the Sabres, but it looks like the Blues are going to come on the... No, there they go. Patrick and Tyson Nash both get 2-minute minors, so Nash is going to get the late hit, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. But here's the hit there on that Finneganoff in the corner.
Where's the rough? He checked him too hard?
Well, the rough is after the whistle. The whistle already gone.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the whistle is gone already because the penalty call was being made already as soon as Finneganoff touched that puck. The whistle went to call a penalty on Patrick.
That's true.
And the late hit is considered the rough, I guess.
I'll accept that. Let's see if we can hear the whistle.
Couldn't hear it on that one. But as soon as the Finneganoff, the referee had his hand up, so as soon as the Finneganoff touched that puck, the whistle was going to go, and it did. And then it was after he had already played the puck that Tyson Nash didn't let up at all, just kept running him.
Now Dimitra with a pass that gets away, so 4-on-4. The Blues lead at 2-0. And this game 9 minutes into the second period. Here's Pavel Dimitra to Pronger, over to Tkachuk. Woolley is back. Now to Pronger. The shot, he scores! And if he didn't, Tkachuk does. 3-0 Blues. They're red hot here in the second period.
Taking control of the game like we've been so used to. We got so spoiled, and this team has not been able to do this as of late, but I believe it's going to be Tkachuk's goal and the rebound, Kenny, but good work as a good turnout pass. But let's listen to this and here, see if you can see where it hit.
Looks like it hit the post, I thought, right? Pronger right here hits the post. Yep, and then Tkachuk.
Yep, absolutely. So here again in slow-mo, you see it go off the post, right out to Tkachuk, who didn't miss a beat. He cashes in the open side of the net. A 4-on-4 goal, a huge goal, and the Blues really are taking it to the Sabres right now.
So a birthday goal for Keith Tkachuk, 30 years old today, and he gets his 32nd goal. Now Zitnik behind Conley, and the puck will come all the way back into the Buffalo end. Pronger and Dimitra assisting on that goal at 9:09. So 3 scores for the Blues here in the second period to build a 3-0 lead. Now Buffalo, Zitnik works in. Finneganoff is ahead of him. He takes the puck, gets away from Stillman, and goes behind the net. Out to Zitnik. He'll shoot, and that hits the skate. Pronger and Van Ryn, Young and Stillman out there. Tkachuk, by the way, last season had 35 goals with the Phoenix Coyotes and the Blues. Here's the pass over to McInnes, so he's 3 shy of that mark. Young unable to center. Gets the puck again to Tkachuk to McInnes, and his pass comes out to center ice. 22 seconds to go, and the coincidental penalties to James Patrick and Tyson Nash. And this is Bryce Salvador shooting the puck in. Tkachuk and Dimitra, Salvador, and McInnes. The shots are 6-2, favoring the Blues in this period. And they're out shooting Buffalo 17-8 on the night. In the fairly early going, maybe halfway through the first period, the shots were 6-5 Buffalo. So I think they've played over a period, Buffalo has, and gotten only 2 shots on goal. Nash out of the box, so is Patrick. Tkachuk flips Dumont down, McInnes down, Grattan down, Nash down, everybody down. So the question is, what's up? Now we got Salvador hurt, so he's down. He gets up, holding his face. And here comes Buffalo. Brown trying to go in. Brown down. Eastwood down. And Johnson down on the puck. 8:35 to go. Second period. The Blues lead 3-0. And Havana Cigar Room Sports Bars. And if you'd like seats in the party zone, you can win them. Join us at one of the Bud Light Fox Sports Net Blues viewing parties at sports bars around town. The party zone brought to you by Bud Light and Fox Sports Net. 8.5 minutes remaining in the second period. The Blues have a 3-0 lead. Drake trying to get the puck in, can't really do it. And here's James Patrick in the middle to Curtis Brown. Now on the wing to Koltelik. And down goes Brown with Pyatt and Koltelik. Alex Koltelik, 23-year-old from the Czech Republic. He's right there, number 12. He's chasing Finland. He hasn't played much in this game. Puck knocked down, but a hand pass by the Sabres. So play stopped. 8 minutes to go in the second, and we go downstairs to Dan McLaughlin.
Well, can we talk about the struggles with this team? And talking with Joe Quenneville before the game, he said 2 keys to tonight. Get off to that good start in the first period. So what have they done? 6 consecutive, now make it 7 consecutive games in the first period without a goal. They've only had 1 goal in the last 10 games in the first period. So the first period was iffy. Then all of a sudden the second period, and this is the second key of the game, he said the big stars need to come out. Here we have Stillman, Tkachuk, Pronger, Dimitrov all have a point, and the Blues in the second periods this year have outscored their opponents 78-58. So those guys have contributed. The second key is well, pretty much held up their end of the bargain right there with the big names doing their job. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Dan. Now the puck out to center ice. Here is Zhitnik. Of course, there are really 2 big looming questions here with 7:45 to go in the second and the Blues leading 3-0. Are the Blues going to be able to hold the lead, something that they haven't been able to do very well this season, or are we going to be able to line up at the Taco Bell in the morning and buy a few dozen tacos for lunch for 35 cents? Time will tell. Dimitrov can't get the puck. Dumont gets it ahead. Conley onto the right wing to Barada, and McInnes breaks up that play. Tkachuk, loose puck cutting in, bad angle, goes to the net, and the backhander, it's in, they score! The goal judge turns on the light. The referee not sure. If it is a goal, Tkachuk will have his second of the night. The goal judge must have seen the puck go over the line because he turned the red light on. The referee in the corner came scampering in, and he clearly did not know if it was over the line or not.
I got a feeling that Norton is going to have knocked it in himself, but we'll get a good look on the overhead. Tkachuk going on the deke as he gets it by, and let's see if we can watch it. There's the puck. Looks like the puck went inside the net to me, Kenny. From there, you can't really tell. The only guy that really got a good look at it would be the goal judge, and the referee is going to talk to the goal judge about that.
Well, Bernie, the puck had a lot of momentum when it got by that post, and I think it would be difficult to think that the momentum didn't carry it over the goal line.
I agree. There's that little pad on the backside just inside the goal post. Guys, if we can get a look at the pad from an angle, I got a feeling that it hit that pad just to the inside of the post and it crossed the line. I got a feeling right now that he's talking to the goal judge.
Yeah, they want the goal judge on the phone also.
Right, here's the net cam here. Let's see if we can see it go in. I mean, I've got a feeling it went right inside the. There it is.
There it is. It's
there
in.
It is.
There it is. Sure,
that's it. There it is, folks. It's in the net, so it's a goal.
Well, that's definitive.
Yeah.
Good work there.
Yeah.
On our Fox Sports Net $1 million net cam. 4-0.
We're a goal away from Taco Bell.
I'm salivating already.
What happened here is the Sabres got caught on this line rush, and there's Tkachuk coming in. Now he chose to go hard to the net on the deke, and the momentum of the puck, I think the defender running into Norton too propelled the puck into the net. But here's a good look at it. But there, right there, I think when Woolley ran into Norton, that's what knocked him in, and that's going to be all for Norton as Baron is going to go in now to replace Norton. So tough night for Norton as we get a good look here, folks, on the goal cam again. Here it is. You watch the puck come right in right there. There it is. It goes into the net. So good work there, guys. We have a new goaltender, and the Blues have a 4-goal lead.
Michel or Martin Biron, 24-year-old. There are his numbers. So Tkachuk has scored the last 2 goals. 33 on the year now. 2 on his 30th birthday. Nice way to celebrate. And if you can go to Taco Bell in the morning and get 35-cent tacos, all the better the day after your birthday.
Well, after losing 42,000 the other night, he needs 35-cent tacos now.
I'll tell you something. He can buy truckloads of 35-cent tacos and not feel it at all.
And maybe he'll get that hat trick yet.
Tkachuk's birthday hat trick leads to victory and a rush on tacos. Here's Mellenby and a blocker save by Biron. Blues lead it 4-0. 6:45 to go in the second. Eric Rasmussen wedged to the boards by Van Ryn. Pronger back, fires the puck up the boards, and it comes to center ice. Here's Zhitnik playing the puck to Kalinin. Ahead, and Shatan is stopped. Here's Pronger. He'll fire the puck the length of the ice, caught by Biron, and he'll wheel it up. And Zhitnik ahead for Shatan, gets by him. Nash to Stillman. Corey Stillman, a pass out of Lowe's reach. Stillman and Nash each have goals in this game. All the scoring has come here in the second period. Tim Conley after the puck. Havanoff there as Conley goes down, so does Havanoff. Shatan centering, and J.P. Dumont can't get the puck. Reed Lowe does. Stillman tips it in. And the puck held by Biron. That'll stop play. Stillman scored, then Nash, then a couple from Tkachuk. 5:54 remaining in the second. The Blues lead it 4-0.
Management, but you look at the Blues in that second period, 79 goals. That's clearly their best period, and 4 in this period already with still 6 minutes to go.
From the faceoff, James Patrick with a puck. Jason Woolley. Elevated pass goes too far for Tkachuk. And this is Finley chased by Tkachuk. And the pass comes to Stillman. He drops the puck off for Lowe. He tries to barrel in, but fails to have the puck. Gets it back and shoots it in. The Blues begin to change. They've outshot Buffalo 9-2 in this period. I mean, we've seen a lot of hockey with Buffalo only getting 2 shots. I want to say maybe 25 minutes or more they've had only 2 shots. Both teams are changing here. The puck shot by Patrick. It goes the length of the ice. They wave off icing, and Johnson plays the puck off the glass into the crowd. 5:02 to go in the second. Blues 2001-2002 team poster night is sponsored by Pepsi. It's coming up Thursday, April 11th, with the Sharks in town, and all of you will receive a collectible poster featuring this season's team, courtesy of Pepsi. The poster will be available only to fans attending that game. It will not be for sale later. So plan to be here at Savvis Center on April the 11th. Tickets on sale now at all Ticketmaster outlets. Ken Wilson, Bernie Federko, and Dan McLaughlin here at Savvis Center tonight. No scoring in the first, and the Blues have come up with 4 in the second. And Buffalo has changed goalies from young Mika Norinen to still young Martin Biron. Blues shoot the puck down the ice over the end red goal line. Rhett Warner to touch it. Ice against the Blues. Coming up after the game, it's the Midwest Sports Report. 30 minutes of nightly sports news completely dedicated to the home teams throughout the Midwest. Cardinals rotation decision. Does Kareem Rush stay or go? All coming up immediately after the game here on Fox Sports Net. From the draw in the corner, Ferraro. Now Buffalo, here's Verrata. to Conley, and he can't center. Now Ferraro is hurt, or check it, Drake. So Drake gets a stick, and Ray Barilli hurries out. Ray Ferraro is right there with Dallas Drake, and hopefully Drake is all right.
There it is right there. Wow. Yeah, he went down hard there. Here from this angle, he had his feet kicking too, but there's the stick catching him right on the bridge of the nose maybe, but he was kicking his feet as he was laying there. That's what it appears. Looks like maybe nose or mouth even, Kenny.
Yeah, it might have been the mouth. That hurts. I'm not sure he's got any teeth that can be damaged.
No, there's no teeth there if it's mouth, but maybe some damage to his lip.
Yeah.
Teeth are already gone. We mentioned that it's Keith Tkachuk's birthday today. A happy birthday to Doug Miller from your lovely wife Joy.
Also a big hi to Mom Hager and Bob Tuttle from Jenny, Katie, Corey, and John here at the game tonight during their Easter break from college. .434 to go, second period. A big period for the Blues. They lead it 4-0. Eastwood ready to face off with Chris Gratton, and Eastwood's going to be waved out, so Dimitra will step in. A much bigger crowd tonight than we had here Tuesday night for the Minnesota game. From the face-off, the puck will trickle to center ice. Tkachuk leaned into by Campbell. Buffalo back for the puck. Shatan. And it is Warner. Rhett Warner up for Miroslav Shatan. And he shoots the puck in. Rasmussen, Gratton, and Shatan from the point. McKee, shot blocked. And Dimitra gets the puck out. Tkachuk. Warner back. The shot. And Barra gets a piece of it. Of course, Tkachuk now looking for the hat trick. Pronger's shot blocked by Shatan, who's in his 7th season now in the league. He's poke checked by Pronger. Here's Chris Gratton. He'll shoot the puck in. This is Eric Rasmussen, and he can't center. Superb play by Havanoff. And Havanoff gets the puck ahead out of the reach of Eastwood, who whacks it to center ice with his leg. Over to Podine, who can't work it in. And at center ice, Zitnik. And Mayers takes over. Back to the defense. Finley slides the puck to Havanoff. 3:20 left here in the second period. Back for the puck, Brian Campbell. And he does a nice job there getting the puck up to Koltelik. He's still looking for it, and he shoots it in. Now Havanoff back. Brown hustling in. Havanoff clears the puck, and it deflects off Young into the Buffalo bench. 3:02 on the clock here in the second period.
4 goals for the Blues in this period, and they're still getting more chances. Keith Tkachuk looking for goal number 3 tonight on the night. As you see the puck, the quick shot off the right wing. He's on the up wing. Baron, who is in goal now with a good save with that right pad. Been a while since Keith Tkachuk had his last hat trick, December 20th of 2000, as a member of the Phoenix Coyotes. So this would be his first in a Blues uniform.
The Blues only 4 wins in their last 15 games, only 7 victories in their last 23. And with this game included, 10 remaining, and they need some wins to secure a playoff spot. No question about it.
And as we talked before the game, a win tonight puts you 3 points behind the Chicago Blackhawks, and only with 9 games left, you're in a position to still get a home ice advantage because you're only 3 points behind the LA Kings, as well as the, let's see, someone else is in there too, Kenny, isn't it?
Sabres will go back for the puck. Now you've got San Jose, Chicago, LA, Phoenix all right up there, 84, 85, 87 points. So it could be difficult to get home ice advantage yet, but possible. And then the Blues would have home ice advantage with a playoff built team going into the first round, or they could miss the playoffs. Koltalik taken out by Havanoff, and Nash fires the puck up the boards. Not out. Zitnik, a shot that goes wide. Here's Sasha Havanoff. Pass up to Ray Ferraro. We're late in the second. Ferraro can't get the puck in. He's got a mate offside if he moves in, but now Young clears the zone. And this is Zitnik, Alexei Zitnik. A lot of teams in the West playing tonight. Phoenix at home against Anaheim. The Kings are in Edmonton. So that means Edmonton is playing at home against Los Angeles. Vancouver's still in the hunt. They're playing at home against Columbus. Detroit at home against Nashville. That really has no meaning in the playoff picture.
Did you say Dallas and Calgary?
And Dallas is at Calgary. Yes, Dallas at Calgary. I have not quite gotten to that, and I appreciate your assistance in getting there.
Anytime, Ken.
I'm happy to help you, and I'm happy that you're helping me. And everybody knows I can use it. Puck sent in deep by Woolley, and McInnes gets it and dumps the puck out. James Patrick goes back. Now the puck comes over here to Conley. His pass to Verrata in front, out of the reach of Dumont. Jamal Mayers loses the puck. Dumont can't get the pass from Conley, and here's Eastwood. He'll try to clear it up to Mayers, and does. He clears the zone. Jay McKee trying to shoot the puck in, is unable to. We're in the final minute of the second period. Mayers knocks Dumont down. Mayers says, hey, he got me in the mouth and I didn't like it. That's why I did that. Warner and Mayers entwined, so they're going to go. Mayers was trying to tell everybody what had happened. Hey, I shoved him down after he got me in the mouth. So Mayers and Warner have a brief tussle.
The Blues have been the aggressors, not only on the offense, but even in the hitting. Buffalo has not had a shot for the last 11.5 minutes, so a great job by the Blues offense, keeping the puck pressure in the zone. But here's how it all starts. You see there, that's where Jamal Mayers got hit by a stick. He took exception to it, and that's where Warner came in to help. But here it is again from this angle. There's Jamal Mayers right there. There's the elbow that Dumont gave to Mayers, and I don't know if it's going to get called. I don't know if they saw that elbow. We saw it, but they didn't, and the tempers flared a little bit. Mayers was mad.
And that tussle rather brief. Monday, the Blues will be in Phoenix to take on the Coyotes. Coverage begins at 7:30 Central Monday night right here on Fox Sports Net. Easter is Sunday, huh?
Easter Sunday coming up. That's the day after Easter Sunday, though.
Yeah, Monday. I think, Bernie, I know in the last 24 years I've been at home once on Easter. Once. Yeah. I think that was about 3 years ago.
Yeah, not very often. Not very often. We've always seemed to travel, and it was always playoffs, usually for the most part.
Well, let's see if we can get some information on Dallas Drake from Dan McLaughlin.
Report Dallas Drake does not have an eye injury. It looked like he may have had that injury, but that's not the case. He got a stick up there, obviously, and it's just below this portion of his face, so it's more of a cheekbone injury, not the nose, not the eye, and not considered serious at this point. So that's good news. Guys, back to you.
All right, Dan.
That's good news. We can't afford to lose a guy like Dallas Drake. He's played so well, has been great with the forechecking, and doesn't look like there's going to come any penalties transpire out of this as far as anybody getting short-handed here. So looks by judging this that we have 10 players on the ice plus the 2 goalies. So that means it's going to be 5-on-5 hockey. So all the penalties evened out.
So you want me to go there? I'd like to go here. Let me show you. Mares roughing and 5 for fighting. Warner 2 for instigating, 5 for fighting, and Warner gets a game misconduct. Remember, the Sabres dress 7 defensemen. So everything is fair.
Was that, I think, considered that a third game in?
It was an instigating, not a third man. It was an instigating.
Oh, come on.
It was an instigating play.
Wow.
I shouldn't say that. It was called an instigating.
Wow.
20 seconds left here in the period. The Blues have scored all the goals in the game in this period. They lead it 4-0. Chris Gratton wheels and fires the puck in wide. Pronger and Rasmussen. Shatan back to the point, and Kalinen's shot goes wide. Here's Shatan in front. We're going to get a penalty here. And the period will come to an end, and the Blues get a penalty here at the 20-minute mark of the period. They outshoot Buffalo 10-2 in the second period and get all 4 goals. Well, here's the play right there. That's the penalty. Dimitra will take the hooking penalty at the 20-minute mark. Hey, hockey fans. So here we go in the third period. Remember, the Blues are short-handed. Dimitra took that hooking penalty at the very end of the second. Chris Gratton over on the wing to Shatan. Rasmussen also up front. Zitnik at the right point. Woolley at the near left point. He's number 5 there at the bottom of the screen. And this is Zitnik. The Blues are killing it with Pronger and Finley, Podine and Eastwood. Shatan with a power move, and Johnson makes the save. Rasmussen finally drops the puck. Pronger battling to pry it loose. Shatan, Gratton, Zitnik, and Podine will clear the puck, and it goes into the Sabres bench and out. Let's go to Dan McLaughlin.
All right, Ken, here with Doug Waite, battling that injury, and I know you've been asked this about 1,000 times a day, but everybody wants to know how you feeling.
I feel good. Been checked out the last couple days, and I think they've given me the go-ahead to start pushing a little bit, so that's a nice word, and I can start trying to get back into shape a little bit. But I feel really good every day, and getting better as we speak.
Is it far-fetched to say that you could be back for the playoffs?
Absolutely not. I think I'm out until then officially now, but I expect I'm going to work as hard as I can and get myself into shape, and hope to be back and playing on the 17th.
How about rehab? What are you doing right now? Are you on the bike, treadmill, on the ice at all?
I'm doing everything. I'm on the ice about an hour and a half in the morning, and then we ice for about an hour. Then I do usually a half-hour bike, half-hour treadmill, and then some weights. And I think you know, I'll be in good shape when I get back. You're never in hockey shape, but I'll be in good shape, and hopefully I can contribute to some wins.
You've lost a little weight. You can tell that. Do you feel? Well, I think you look in good shape, though, Doug. I mean, but you know, but I think though you need to put on a little weight here is what I'm saying. It's going to be tough physically in the playoffs, and I know weight training is something you've been trying to do, and it's something that you're allowed to do with this injury and trying to come back.
Yeah, you know, you can't just panic and start eating. I think I'm putting on the good weight right now. I'm about 6 pounds light, and you know, I got 3 weeks, so I'm going to slowly do it and try to get back at it in 100%.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Doug Waite, let's get him some weight, guys.
All right, a minute left in the power play for Buffalo. They trail the Blues 4-0. Puck up the boards, tip down the ice. His workout sounds a little bit like mine, Bernie. I do an hour and a half on the ice, then I ice down for an hour, then a half hour on the bike, and then a half hour on the treadmill, and then about an hour with weights, and then I have a rub down.
And if he wants to put on some weight, he should just hang around with us for a little bit.
And I'm,
no problem.
And I'm telling you, I can put on the weight too. I thought it was my story he was telling. Well, that was good news, though, to hear what he had to say.
Speaking of good news, Dallas Drake's out there on the penalty kill, so he is back. That's good news.
And the puck shot down the ice by Sean Podine. Certainly good news to see a 4-0 Blues lead over the Sabres here in the third period. The Kings have scored first in Edmonton. They lead 1-0 in the first period. Anaheim at Phoenix underway. No score in the first. And Eastwood clears the puck down the ice. Dimitra is on. They wave off icing. And the puck played by Biron up the boards. Here's Brown getting the puck from Campbell. A shot and a skate save by Brent Johnson. Down into the corner. They battle for the puck. And we get a whistle and we get a stoppage in play. We got a referee pointing every which way here. And we're apparently going to get a penalty call.
Both referees had the same call. It's against Alexander Havanoff. Be a delay a game call. You cannot close your hand on the puck, so he's going to go off for delay a game, and the Sabres for the second time in this period will go on the power play. But you see here he's down on his knees. He's going to pick up the puck. There it is. Great work there, fellas. Gets it. Now he's going to throw it away. Well, you know what? You can't do that. And he really didn't need to do that. He could have just shoveled past it. But it's a delay game. The Sabres get another opportunity.
Out of the point, Zitnik a shot wide. How does a player in the National Hockey League make a play like that? I mean, you know if you put your hand around it and pick it up, you're going to get penalized.
Yep.
Falling down there on the play and getting reaction from the crowd. Puddleick.
You just think that you're going to get away with it. That's what happens.
Crime doesn't pay, Bernie. Were you ever taught that?
I was taught that many times.
Got a lick. Has to circle back. Now here's Woolley. Over to Zitnik. Power play for Buffalo. 3:05 gone in the third. Blues up 4-0. And the Sabres to 10. Their leading scorer with the puck. Tkachuk out there on the near side to go far side to Groton. Straight away to Zitnik to Chris Groton. He partially fans. And the puck deflects to Scott Young. He's killing the penalty. He'll just slide the puck in. And 47 seconds to go in the Sabres man advantage. They are 0 for 3 on the power play. Dumont with a pass broken up by Salvador. He's out there with McInnes. Eastwood and Bodine up front. Coming up on the 4-minute mark in the third period. Physicality, who's not been scoring much lately, has the puck poked away, and here's Eastwood. Bodine, and it's offside. The Blues are proud to support the Bob Costas Gala to benefit Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. It's coming up at the Fox Theater Saturday, April 27th. A great night of entertainment featuring Ray Romano and Hootie and the Blowfish. For tickets, premium seating packages, or more information, call that number 314-577-5605.
Pretty ineffective power play for the Sabres, as the Blues have done a good job, and the Sabres have had trouble scoring, as you mentioned. Physicality only 2 goals in his last 14 games, although he does have 21 goals. First time he's reached the 20-goal plateau. But I think they really miss Stu Barnes, one of the leaders on this hockey club, their captain, and with him out, it's not been good. He's out with concussion syndrome, so post-concussive syndrome.
As I recall, in the game the Blues played in Buffalo on January 23rd, he was the best player in that game.
Yeah, he really made things happen.
Even though the Blues won it 5-2. McKee, backhander, batted away by Dimitra. The Blues are back at full strength. Here's Tkachuk, who has scored twice on his birthday. His pass too far. Curtis Brown a pass. Dimitra intercepts. Back to McInnes. On with Salvador. Mellenby, Dimitra, and Tkachuk. Tkachuk can't work in. Dimitra now has to wait for Tkachuk to get onside. The pass eludes Mellenby. Campbell's pass over to Pyatt. He'll get the puck in deep. Buffalo is changing. This is veteran defenseman Jeff Finley ahead to Scott Mellenby. He'll whip the puck in. Baran knocks it down and leaves it. Then Mellenby gets the puck out to Finley to Nash. A shot. And Martin Baran makes the save on Nash, who has a goal. Here's Mellenby from Nash. Now Mellenby trying to get in front, can't score. Havanoff right through the goal mouth. And here is Rob Ray, who hasn't played much. He and Nash get together. That'll be interesting. Here they go. He punches Nash with a left. Nash goes down. And the referee, as Nash gets up, says, "Go to the bench, kid." And here's Brian Campbell. Every once in a while, you can get away with a punch. And the Blues shoot the puck down the ice. It'll wobble over the end red goal line. Zitnik to touch it, and an icing call against the Blues. 6:03 gone in a scoreless third period here at Savvis Center. Of the game.
This is a Physicality in the corner getting crushed by Tyson Nash. Everybody got involved, but that's our Dobbs collision of the game. This is what happened just before we went to break. Rob Ray knocking over Tyson Nash. This is where the referee just said, "Go in the box, go in the box." No call there, so Tyson Nash let that referee have an earful.
Here's Physicality in the corner protecting the puck. He and Eastwood both go down. Now a shot knocked down, and it's Al McInnes up to Tyson Nash. He'll flip the puck in. He gets taken out by Zitnik. Ends up on top of Zitnik. Ever the colorful character is Tyson Nash. Physicality's pass is behind Dumont. McInnes chops the puck in. McKee over to Zitnik. Dumont, a Physicality and this man, Tim Conley, who can't get a shot, leaves the puck, and the Blues take over. Ferraro. He dumps the puck into the corner. Baron way out. The teams are changing, and the puck comes through center ice back into the Blues end. Sasha Havanoff back after being a healthy scratch in Tuesday night's game with Minnesota here. This is Jeff Finley behind Ferraro. The puck will go right to Baron, and he decides to hold on. 12:51 to go here in the third period.
Tyson Nash has a goal and an assist, and he's been all over. Here's a hit. And he stayed with Zitnik the whole time and made him stay down there, got his knee down, and just kept going. The pinball is back. Pinball wizard.
That's a good phrase to cover, Mr. Nash. Happy birthday to Cody Garcia from his dad, who's one of our key people. Happy birthday, Cody. He is 14. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to be 14 again? Havanoff, stick save, Baron. I know, it'd be nice to be 39 again, right, Bert?
14, maybe a little too far back.
Yeah. Here's the puck shot in by Rob Ray. And the Blues clear the puck out. Patrick over to Ray. And the Blues intercept. Ferraro gets bumped. Curtis Brown trying to get the puck in. Hits the linesman. It finally sent in. And here's Havanoff. Over 12 minutes still to go. The Blues lead at 4-0. All the scoring tonight in the second period. Ray Ferraro will get the puck. Tries to fire it up the boards. Doesn't get much zip on it. And Drake clears the puck out. Back goes Jason Woolley up to Brian Campbell, and it's offside Buffalo at the St. Louis line.
Speaking of colorful, there's Rob Ray, very colorful player as well. Not afraid to mix it up. Over 3,000 penalty minutes in his career. Played split over 800 games with the Buffalo Sabres. Not known for his goal scoring prowess.
Groton out there with Rasmussen and Kotelek. And the Blues have Dimitra, Mellenby, and Tkachuk. One more goal, and it'll be 35-cent tacos tomorrow at Taco Bell. I'm going to ask for extra salsa. Pronger, the pass up to Tkachuk. He leaves the puck for Dimitra. Back for Tkachuk, just out of his reach. Tkachuk with a pair. Pronger, wrist shot. Baron, a save, and he holds the puck. Boy, Keith Tkachuk has been outstanding here tonight.
Suspended for the game on Tuesday night, and he's been all over. Physical, going to the front of the net, what he does best, and a beautiful goal that he scored. And there's the first chance that he had in the first period. But then he just kept coming, going to the front of the net, of course. Puck came off the post, and here he is, power forward going to the net. The puck rolled in, and those are the 2 goals he scored. So very strong, and he's going to take this team and carry it on his shoulders. And that's what they're looking for right now, a guy that can just get out there and make things happen, and certainly Keith Tkachuk can do that.
Blues control the puck. They control the game. Salvador. Pass too far for Eastwood. The puck the length of the ice. Zhitnik back. Icing against the Blues. Boy, there's a lot to smile about tonight. And at McDonald's, of course, we love to see you smile. The Blues will travel to Nashville tomorrow. They'll play Saturday night in Nashville. We'll be over on WB11 KPLR TV at 7 o'clock Saturday night. And out in Phoenix Monday night. That'll be an 8 o'clock game St. Louis time. 7:30 for the programming on Fox Sports Net. And the trip will conclude Wednesday night in Dallas. Of course, the Blues were just in Dallas the other night. Their 2 visits coming very late in the season and in close proximity.
We talk about important games too.
Blues clear the puck out to center ice. Dallas playing later on at Calgary. Vancouver is at home to Columbus. Colorado at San Jose. Nash can't get the puck in front. Zhitnik a pass at center ice. And that gets away from Barada. Havanoff, Finley, Stillman, Nash, and Lowe. Buffalo with 1 shot in this period. They had 2 shots in the second period. Before the halfway mark of the first period, they had 6 shots on goal. They had 9 total. That's remarkable.
The Blues have beat the Sabres to every puck, every loose puck. They've been just doing all the right things, and that's what we talked about before the game, is you have to take this initiative to be the better team, especially here at home. And if you don't play that way, I mean, this is a desperate hockey club right now. And they're on the verge of either going one way or the other. You could teeter one way or the other, and they call the negative press that they've had in the last couple of days has really spurred this team. And I even said it on the Auto Tire pregame show, is that you have to go and be responsible for what you have to do. Be a professional. Yeah, you're criticized, now go and show the people that they're wrong. Take the criticism as a constructive manner and then do something about it, and certainly they've done something about it tonight.
A 4-0 Blues lead. The Blues, of course, have dominated play against Western Conference teams. 14 wins, 5 losses, and 2 overtime losses against the East. The Blues great against the Eastern Conference. And Buffalo from the East really has struggled against the Western Conference. 21 games, they've only won 7. And we're going to get a penalty here. A little high sticking call. 9:43 to go in the third period.
High sticking, which is not much here. You'll see him the stick up, and it hits him right there in the face, just on the shield. And you can see Chris Pronger, he can't believe it himself. But he's in the box, and the Sabres try again on the power play.
They've had only 2 shots in their 4 power plays. They trail the Blues 4-0. Eastwood steals the puck. James Patrick chases him. A pass for Podine gets away. And the Blues will back off. Salvador and McInnes killing the penalty along with Eastwood and Podine. Eric Rasmussen trying to work in. Salvador bottles him up a bit. Shatan can't go anywhere. Here's Campbell off Groton to Shatan, back to Patrick, now to Brian Campbell, to James Patrick, and a one-timer hits Groton, and he centers by everyone. Here's Brian Campbell, just a 22-year-old. The Patrick stick save, and the rebound goes into the corner. McInnes trying to get the puck. Does, but Campbell whacks it back into the corner. Shatan loses it. Salvador can't clear, and a shot by Groton stopped by Brent Johnson. Johnson has seen only 10 shots on goal. That's it. Chris Groton, power play, Buffalo for another 50. seconds. The pass deflects off Bodine. Johnson keeps the puck out. Buffalo keeps the puck in, and Bodine blasts at the length of the ice. 8:20 to go here in the third period. The Blues lead it 4-0. And the puck shot in by Tim Connolly. Drake kicks it, plays it behind the net, weaves in front. Nice play to shoot the puck the length of the ice. Pronger will be back in 17 seconds. Young steals the puck. Young shoots wide. Here's Taylor Pyatt, the 20-year-old. Can't get around Finley, and Drake shoots the puck the length of the ice. 7:40 to go, and Pronger back on. So both teams are at full strength. The puck up to Dumont. He'll backhand it in and out of the glove of Brent Johnson. Salvador over to McInnes. Up the right wing for Mellanby, on a line with Dimitra and Tkachuk, who has the puck, along with 2 goals to Dimitra. Trying to work in on Kalinin. Back for the puck, McKee. Up the middle to Dumont. He gives the puck to Curtis Brown, and he works in. Gets shoved by Tkachuk. McInnes, a pass broken up by Rob Ray, and then he's broken up by Salvador. And Salvador gets sand. Whoa! And then a penalty was coming up, and then Ray, a vicious attack on Salvador to his face. And Tkachuk wants to get at Rob Ray. There was going to be a penalty, and then a vicious attack by Rob Ray on Bryce Salvador. Ray Barilli out.
This is definitely going to be a major penalty. Now, I don't know if he got the butt end or not. I just hope that there is no stick sticking out of the glove of Ray when he got Salvador. It looks like, because that could have just tore a big time. I mean, he's going to get a major and a game misconduct out of that for sure. But here it is. The original hit, Salvador hit Ray. Now Ray took exception to this, and he got up. He's going to get a penalty right here. This would have been a penalty for cross-checking or roughing. And you see here, there's the glove in the face. It doesn't look like the butt end was sticking out, though, which is good news there. But he is dazed, I'm sure right now. He's having a hard time getting up, but there it is, the glove to the face.
And they wonder about head injuries. Well, what do you expect? Somebody does that, you're apt to get yourself a concussion.
Yeah, lucky that the stick wasn't sticking out. That's what concerned me first of all. It looks like he's going to be all right. You can just see he's favoring the right side of his jaw, but he got hit hard. But at least it was just a glove.
Oh, he is shaken up, no question. 6:58 left. Third period. 4-0 Blues.
Important, we talked about getting the first goal. This is in the second period. Corey Stillman beat Norton to the short side. Corey's 19th goal of the season is our BMW play of the game.
So the Blues have a 5-minute power play. Ray an initial 2-minute elbowing penalty and a 5-minute match penalty for intent to injure. And then along the way, Mellanby got in there and he picked up a 2-minute roughing penalty. So a 5-minute power play. They better warm up those tacos. 5 goals in any game, and tacos are 35 cents at Taco Bell the next day at participating Taco Bell locations. Shots are 3-2 Blues here in the scoreless third, and Buffalo's Curtis Brown clears the puck the length of the ice. The shots tonight favor the Blues 24-10, and a big crowd here at Savvis Center. 19,796. Havanoff whistles the puck in. It ends up on Drake's stick. Back to Van Ryn. Off the skate of Stillman, and the puck cleared by Zhitnik down the ice. 5:50 to go. Now the Kings and Oilers in the second period at Edmonton tied 1-1. Kings in better shape in the playoff picture than Edmonton, to be sure. 1-1 LA at Edmonton in the second. By the way, in the third in Detroit, the Wings trailed the Nashville Predators 3-1. The Wings do not have a care in the world. They're sitting at 109 points. This is Tkachuk to Nash. Mayers in front. The pass ringing around the boards to McInnes, and his shot goes wide. And Pronger will chase the puck down at center ice. 4-0. The Blues lead it. 5 minutes to go in the game. 3:02 to go in the Blues power play. Finneganov, who's serving a 5-minute penalty, by the way. Mayers into the corner against Barada. Nash falls down. Pronger to Mayers. Tkachuk is available. The puck comes back to McInnes. Over to Pronger. Now to McInnes. And to Tkachuk. Tkachuk to McInnes. The shot blocked. Out comes Johnson. He has a little trouble handling the puck, but McInnes is there. Here's Tkachuk. Now we get a penalty. And now Pronger's going to go with Barada. This goes back to a play moments ago in front of the Buffalo bench, or near the red line between the benches. Barada hit Pronger and he didn't like it. He shoved him. Play went on, and then they get together here, and it doesn't last very long. Barada, a youngster from the Czech Republic.
Barada is not very well liked by any means. Barada, you want to talk about someone that gets in under your skin. Barada's been suspended 3 times by the National Hockey League this year. 3 different occasions. Once for 1, 2 times was 1-game suspension. The other one was a 3-game suspension. So he's no stranger to being under the skin, and the guys really get upset with him because he's always hitting the guys from behind or hitting late, and he's not very well liked around the National Hockey League, to say the least. Well, Chris Pronger was just making mention there to Barada for kind of tapping Brent Johnson as you saw that go by.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about it.
No.
An earlier play, and that just gave him reason.
This was a mismatch right from the start too. Chris Pronger the long reach, and Barada's not a fighter at all. So Pronger's going to get the extra 2.
4-0. The Blues have the lead here late in the third. And we're going to our advanced auto parts save of the game.
This is in the first period. This was the high riser, Al McInnes, from about 170 feet, right off the head.
That thing take off. Did that thing sail?
That was unreal.
Wasn't that something?
That's how strong Al McInnes is, those forearms, and that is our advanced auto parts save of the game. That's a beauty. Al can shoot it.
It was going on kind of a constant direct trajectory.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden it picked up like somebody pulled a stick back and get a little bit more speed on the airplane.
Yeah, it was taking off. It's unbelievable how hard he can shoot it. There's the youngster from Finland, Mika Norinen. It's easy for you to say.
Yeah. By the way, Brian Maltzman has come by. Wants to say hi to his fiancee Elaine Fisher, watching tonight in Springfield, Illinois. Hi, Elaine. These two got together. Brian asked Elaine to marry him at a game here earlier at Savvis Center. She apparently said yes. Jitnik, Conley. Both teams are short-handed now. Pronger 2 for roughing. Barada 5 for fighting. And Pronger 5 for fighting. So Pronger gets the extra 2, and the Blues are offside, and there's 3:45 remaining in the third period. Coming up after the game, the Midwest Sports Report, 30 minutes of nightly sports news, completely dedicated to the home teams throughout the Midwest. There's what's on tap tonight. Extended regional highlights and in-depth interviews. The Midwest Sports Report right after our game, only here on Fox Sports Network. Ken Wilson, Bernie Federko, Dan McLaughlin. A 4-goal second period, and the Blues lead 4-0. Blues will, if they can hold on. There's a shot. Johnson the save, and he stops the rebound, and we're going to get a penalty as Alish Kotelik is run down. The Blues are rolling in this one and attempting to move to 84 points after 73 games.
There's the hooking call by referee Tom Cowell on Mike Van Ryn. Just coming back there, you see the little tug there as he pulls him back.
You realize, Bernie, that the Blues finally catch Chicago in games played tonight?
Yep.
After tonight, the Blues and Hawks will each have played 73 games, and if the Blues can win it, they will find themselves 3 points behind the Blackhawks with the same number of games played. And of course, we will see Chicago one more time here in St. Louis.
Another opportunity, hopefully, to go by the Hawks. Blues need a strong road trip, though, to Nashville, Phoenix, and Dallas.
That's right. The Blues' next home game will be Friday, April 5th against the Blackhawks. That'll be the first of 5 in a row at home before the Blues end the season in Detroit. Woolley. This is a 4-on-3. A pass deflected wide by Brown. Just over 3 minutes remaining. 4-0 Blues. Buffalo short a man. The Blues short 2, and the shot wide by Conley. Eastwood gets the puck and clears it the length of the ice. Buffalo 0 for 5 tonight on the power play. They've had only 11 shots on goal. Shatan. Woolley. Brown's in front of the net. Off to the left is Conley. The shot goes wide. Woolley flips the puck off the glass. Tim Conley. Back here to Jason Woolley. Now here is Shatan. Here's Woolley. Shatan, he shoots and scores. So a power play goal for the Buffalo Sabres with 2:27 remaining. And that cuts the Blues lead to 4-1.
I'm not sure if Curtis Brown may have deflected that, Kenny, but he was parked in front of the net. A little give and go. Shatan with the shot. And I don't know if it went right through traffic or if Curtis Brown deflected it. From this angle, it's hard to tell. Went in pretty hard, but maybe on the goal cam we'll be able to tell. There's Curtis Brown right in front of the net. Let's see here. We'll even get a look here, especially with Brent Johnson there in the way. It's pretty hard to tell. It's either Brown or Shatan, but it's a goal nonetheless, and it breaks Brent Johnson's shutout bid.
Shatan, the Sabres' leading scorer. Now both teams are a man short. Buffalo in 24 seconds will get a man back and have a brief power play. 17:33, the time of Shatan's goal. Here's Tkachuk to have it off, ahead to Finley. To Tkachuk! And the high drive over the crossbar. Keith on his birthday looking for the hat trick. Tkachuk tied up by Zhitnik. Sabres at full strength. 28 seconds to go in the Van Ryn penalty. The power play goal. Shatan's 29th from Woolley and Conley. Here's a shot that flutters high. Dmitry Kalinin taking it. Drake trying to contain the puck. Can't. Here's Dumont. Back to Zhitnik. He's got Kalinin at the near point. He goes to Dumont. Now they work in front. And Finley clears the puck away. It's going to gone off Groton and Dumont up front. And the Blues clear the puck down the ice. Buffalo's actually got 5 shots now in this period. They're being outshot 24-13 and only 1 minute 20 seconds to go. Now the Blues back at full strength. The pass too far for Conley. The puck the length of the ice. Touched by McInnes. Icing against the Sabres. The Blues all-time team posters sponsored by Busch Beer. Tuesday, April 9th. Nashville will be here, and all of you 21 and over will receive a collectible poster featuring the Blues all-time team over the past 35 years. As elected by you, the fans, it's all courtesy of Busch Beer. The poster will be available only to fans attending that game. It will not be for sale later. So we hope you'll be here at Savvis Center April the 9th. Tickets on sale now at all Ticketmaster outlets. 4-1, the Blues lead it. Many in this crowd have already headed home. 2 very big points for the Blues tonight. After losing 2 in a row and 3 out of 4 and only 4 wins in their last 15 games. Under a minute to go. Here's Conley and intercepting Tkachuk. Over to Mellenby. He'll flip the puck in. Campbell tries to slow up Tkachuk and does. Patrick can't clear. Here's Mellenby to Stillman. 40 seconds to go in the game. Van Ryn for Tkachuk in front to Mellenby, and he can't get a shot on net. Sabres try to clear and can't. Mellenby in front for Tkachuk, batted away. Now here's McInnes. Pass Mellenby and Campbell takes over. 20 seconds to go. Katulik, or I should say Kutulik. Alish Kutulik. He's a newcomer from the Czech Republic. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the Blues have two very important points. For Bernie and Dan, Ken Wilson, thanks for joining us. The Blues beat the Sabres 4-1 Saturday night from Nashville. Coverage at 6:30 on Fox Sports Net. Our Bud player of the game, Keith Tkachuk, with 2 goals. Happy birthday. More on tonight's game. The Midwest Sports Report coming up next.